So it's about 8 o'clock right now, and I'm walking around my neighborhood, getting in my mitochondrial walk. My ears are freezing. Didn't really notice it. I started making the video, but there you have it. And the benefit of this is that it's cold out. So I think my mitochondria have to work harder in a beneficial way so I can keep the walk shorter, and I still get this brain boosting benefit because my body's definitely shocked by the cold. So just go quick brisk walk outside as long as it feels comfortable. I'm not gonna push it too much because I'm not a masochist or a sadist for that matter. I'm just someone who is looking for an effective way to get a workout in, and the effective way to get a workout in is to walk every day briskly. Like, I may miss 1, maybe 3 days a month of walking, but even that, I try not to. And the benefits are absolutely amazing. It's made my feet so much stronger because I walk in these barefoot sock shoe things. And yeah, that van's been driving around. I wonder if I think they're lost. I think they're probably lost. But walking around these sock shoe things, and George St. Pierre talks about this. He says that he later found out that in fighting, footwork was absolutely everything. And I'm going to kick myself for this later, for telling everyone all of my tips and tricks. But I kind of bet not, though, because I thought that about all my metabolic tips and tricks for making you sharpen the head. And I was like, once I tell all the business owners this, they're just all going to implement all of my tips and tricks, and I'm not going to be able to like have anything proprietary. Like, everyone's going to know all of my stuff. And little did I realize, it's actually very hard to get people to adopt effective strategies. So I'm not terribly worried that any of my future jiu-jitsu opponents are going to watch these videos and then figure out how to emulate the perfection of my style through training. But I will say that walking every day is honestly a really huge component of it, and so is strengthening my feet so that my body can actually move on its feet well. You watch so many jiu-jitsu athletes, just athletes in general, and they're so uncomfortable on their feet. I mean, sure, they can sprint. Okay, and the reason I'm telling you guys all this is just because I don't want the United States to become some Vogon, the Vogons from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Look them up. I don't want it to become some Vogonian nightmare of bureaucracy and oppression. So I think the best way to do that is to have a strong, healthy populace, which means that I got to share all my secrets. So surprisingly, one of my proprietary strength secrets is that I train my feet by walking barefoot, hiking barefoot, just moving barefoot on my feet every day, as much as I can barefoot, as close to barefoot as I can. And this makes me very comfortable on my feet. When you look at many athletes, especially combat sports athletes, like Jack Dempsey when he fought Gene Tooley. Look at that fight. That was not Jack Dempsey in his prime. That was not the same Jack Dempsey that knocked out Gene the Giant. Not that same Jack Dempsey. Different guy. And what was the difference? He was not comfortable on his feet. He was not bouncy. He was not fluid. Why was that? Well, I'm betting he was doing a lot of sitting as he traveled around the country, being the great Jack Dempsey. So he wasn't all bouncing on his feet like he used to be. So get on your feet, people. Just a quick little walk. Even in the cold. The cold will stimulate your mitochondria more, so you don't need to walk as much. But just walking every day stimulates your mitochondria, stimulates my mitochondria, makes you feel good, makes my brain work, makes everything good. It makes me like feel alive and happy. I feel all neurotic and nuts if I don't walk. And I just underperform. I do not perform to the standards that I know I can perform at if I don't walk every day. So take a lesson from me, or don't. I don't really care. But, well, I do, but I'm not telling you what to do, is my point. So take a lesson from me or don't, and go for a walk every day as close to barefoot as possible.